How's it going, Talk Forest TV? My name's Jack and welcome to my preview of Manchester United versus Nottingham Forest that's just finished at Old Trafford. So yeah, it was 3-0 to Manchester United, and I think 3-0 might have been probably deserved. I don't know, it was a bit of a difficult one because I don't think we played too bad, but we didn't really give Manchester United much to think about, to be honest. We did have the ball in the back of the net just before half-time, a header from Yates, which was they thought it maybe hit his hand. It turned out it didn't, but then it did kind of come off Willie's volley, and he was in an offside position. If that goal had gone in, maybe it didn't hit volley and went in, maybe it would have been a bit of a different game. Sorry, mate. You know, we could have gone in with a bit more positivity, our tails up a little bit, and come out for the second half a little bit better. I think we came out the second half and did quite well, to be fair. We had a short spell where we forced a couple of corners and looked to try and get ourselves in behind. But, you know, overall, I just think we lacked that little bit more that we needed to really cause them problems. You know, we'll get the ball into good positions, but we couldn't quite make it stick. We couldn't quite, find what we needed to get a real meaningful chance on goal. Manchester United, to be fair, were playing well. You know, it was one that they kind of just went through the game without too many issues, difficulties. You know, it was quite an easy one for them, really. In a lot of respects, and a 3-0 win for them, which they'll be really happy with. One that they probably expected as well. So, to be fair, we can't be too... I don't think we can be too critical on our performance, and too critical on maybe the performance a little bit, but I think you can be too critical on the result. I think it was one that kind of was a bit expected, but we move on now. We've got Chelsea on New Year's Day, which again is one where I think this type of game and that one are ones where maybe we're not expecting to win. I think maybe being at home might help us a little bit more. Obviously we did beat Liverpool at home in the league a couple of months back, so hopefully we can use that to our advantage. And Chelsea aren't having the greatest of seasons, but we'll see how things go. But then the one after that on the 4th, Wednesday the 4th, another midweek fixture away at St Mary's. Now that is a big one. Bottom of the table, Southampton, or they're bottom of the table at the moment. A really, really big game that we need to win if we want a chance to stay up. Our away form this season has been woeful. One goal in all those games. Obviously, John Champion was alluding to that a lot on Amazon Prime. But a disappointing start of the season away from home. Hopefully you can start to pick that up, and a game against really struggling Southampton is an important one, a big one that we can look at and think, you know what, that's a game we need to win, and that's a game where we can look to try and get points from. But yeah, overall, I think Johnson was quite a bright spark for us. He got in a lot of good positions and got the ball. I think there was a moment where he was sort of down by the byline, and he managed to keep it in and win a corner. He was quite good down the right-hand side. Maybe his crossing it wasn't the best, and maybe the support around him to sort of feed off his running could have been a little bit better. But I think, he was probably one of our better players in the game. In terms of Manchester United, I think Casemiro, Rashford both look really good. To be fair, Luke Shaw at centre-back didn't get tested nearly enough. We played Awanji out on the left, which I don't know if that's something he's done before, but playing him out on the left was a bit of a strange one, really. I'd have played him through the middle and stuck him on Shaw and tried to get him to cause Shaw as many problems as he can with his physicality and his strength, his height and that sort of thing. But instead he opted to go Lingard down the middle and Awanyi out wide, which was a bit of a strange one. Didn't really seem to work too well with Lingard in the middle. Awanyi down the left, he did actually get on the ball a fair few times in the first half and really ran at them and used his strength to try and bustle his way through. But Lingard through the middle didn't quite work as intended. It was a bit of a strange one. Not too sure why that was the choice, but, who am I to say? I'm not Steve Cooper. So yeah, a bit of a strange one, that I'd say, but fair enough. Hopefully Lingard's not too bad. He did go down with an injury and had to be taken off, so hopefully he's not too bad and he'll be back for New Year's Day against Chelsea. But we'll see. We'll see how things go. We'll see what the diagnosis is with that and how long he's out, if he's out at all. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think we played too bad. It was, looking at the stats, it was fairly even. Well, not even's probably not the word. Let me just get the stats back up. I was looking at them just before doing this video. I wouldn't say it was even, but I think we were not outplayed too badly. I mean, let's have a look. When I said even, I don't know what I was talking about. They had 17 shots, we had 8. They had 8 on target, we had 3. So, I mean, to create 8 shots with 3 on target away at Manchester United isn't really that bad. It's not too much to be scoffed at, but to be fair, neither of the chances were really gilt-edged, if you will. You know, they had a lot more of the ball than us. Double our passing and that sort of thing. So they did edge it by a fair margin, but we didn't disgrace ourselves too much. I mean, to have 8 shots, 3 on target, you know, okay, 34% possession, but you know, you don't have to have tons of the ball to win games. It wasn't too bad, to be fair. We could have been a bit better in front of goal, and moving forward we could maybe have had a couple of more opportunities to try and test the keeper and test the defence. But you know, games like this aren't going to define our season, and we just have to pick ourselves up and go again. Hopefully it's not going to affect us too much. I think a big sort of thing that I tend to think of, it's not really about how you lose, it's about how you bounce back, how you respond with that. And hopefully, when we welcome Chelsea on New Year's Day, it can be a bit of a different performance from us. We can be at home and our tails can be up a little bit. We need to make a really good atmosphere and things like that. I'll touch more on that when I do my video for the Chelsea game. But yeah, I don't know. It's a weird one. I don't want to be too disappointed, too kind of cross, because we didn't play too badly. I just think that we needed to make it stick a little bit more up front. And I don't really like to dig players out, draw players out, because we're a newly promoted side, and we've got players who are not going to be of the quality of Man United and things like that. And I don't like to draw players out in general, really, because, well, they're much better than me. But Emmanuel Dennis came off the bench, and I noticed this in another game that we played before lockdown. I think it might have been the Villa game, and then maybe another game or two after that. He's a good player, Dennis, don't get me wrong. When the chance is put in front of him, he can score goals. He scored against Aston Villa earlier on in the season and scored quite a few goals last season for Watford. But it just seems like he gives the ball away so many times. Whether that be the ball's played up to him and his touch is poor, or he tries to take on a man and loses it, or even today he played a pass that he lost possession, which led to, I think it was their third goal. It's just so poor. I don't know. He just loses the ball so much. When I say we struggled to make the ball stick, he was a big reason for that. I don't know why, he struggles with that so much. I'm not sure, but that's something I've noticed. He doesn't seem to really be too great at that. And I don't know, it's weird, because sometimes he can do it. It shows sometimes he can do it, but a lot of times he struggles with holding the ball up or keeping the ball. He's not necessarily saying he's a hold-up striker and he has to hold the ball up, or that's what we're trying to get him to do, but he'll get played the ball and he just struggles to keep hold of it. It's a weird one. I don't know why he struggles with that so much, but yeah, hopefully he can work on that and it can be something that can be sorted out. But I think overall 3-0 was probably fair based on the balance of play. I don't think we were as bad as sort of Alan Shearer was making us out to be and stuff. He had a lot to say about Man United and one thing and another. But yeah, I don't know. it's a weird one. Hopefully, it doesn't affect us too much. We can carry on from this. Chelsea on New Year's Day, followed by a huge away fixture on the road against Southampton, where we need to win that. That's a big game for us. But it's games against teams like them and Everton and Wolves and Leeds and sort of who else is there around us? Palace and Brentford, those sorts of teams that we need to be getting points against, so Fulhams and stuff. So we can't be too hard on this. I don't think it was great, but it could have been a lot worse, I suppose. Could have been a Man City sort of thing. But yeah, let us know down in the comment section below what you think the score, of the game, and what you think, of the performance of the players. Man of the match, I'd probably say Ryan Yates, but not Ryan Yates, sorry, Brennan Johnson, but it could have been, it could have been different on a different day. Who knows? But anyway, if you did enjoy, smash the like button, subscribe if you are new around here and you haven't already. And come on, you Reds.